It's more than a product, it's part of the plan.
Welcome back to another video, guys. It is almost 12 right now. Been in the office since about 9:30 because we had the bug guy come and spray. If you know and you live in Texas, then you understand that in the summer the bugs just come out. So he came and he sprayed. So we had to be in the office he was coming between 10 and 12, ended up to be here right at 10, so I'm glad we came in early. But we made some coffee. We're gonna head out to Aviva and get the garments that we need. I also took a picture of everything, so hopefully I have everything, fingers crossed, to make sure that we can get all the garment orders out for today. Okay, so like I said, we have a meeting today at 2:30, but it is 12 right now, so I'm going to head out to Aviva, put in the route. Guys, it is 95 outside. It is so hot. It's gotta be way, like the humidity has to be way high because it feels like death. All right, but we have about 16 minutes to Aviva. Gotta grab some stuff, and then we will come back to the office and get the printers up for the day. All right, guys, just made it to Aviva, so we're gonna go in. We are on the hunt for a comfort color shirt, a full 3 different types of heavy cotton, and then I think a blended hoodie, and then we're seeing if they have some tank tops, and then I'm gonna look for some stuff for fall. So let's head on in there and see if hopefully they have everything we need, but if not, we'll just have to order it. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna get a hat, I think, to make something, and then I wanted to get a bag because, all right, ended up just getting what we needed. There was one that oh, my air conditioning is not on. There was one that I don't think that they have there. It was like a specialty tank, so we'll probably have to order that, but I have one more errand to run, and then we're headed back to the office to start getting printing for the day. But I ended up getting a bunch of Comfort Colors tees. This person was watching me vlog. I ended up getting a bunch of different Comfort Colors tees for the fall. So we're going to print some fall transfers today and maybe press some of them and kind of just make content and all of that from it. So I got 4 different colors, I think. No, 3 different comfort color. No, 4 comfort color colors, and then I got 1 crew neck. I wish Aviva sold comfort colors hoodies and crew necks, but they just don't. So I had to go with the Gildan crew neck, but that's okay because I like my one from last year, so it's fine. All right, let's go wrap up our errands for the day, and then we are headed back to the office. It is 12:53 right now, so we do need to head back and make sure we're getting some printing done before those UPS and FedEx cutoff times. All right, guys, just got back to the office. We are about to head in. While I was actually at Aviva, there was a huge order that came in, and I think it's about 25 22 by 60s. So we need to get in, we need to get those printed because we still have the orders that we hadn't started yet, and we have that meeting in an hour. So it's going to be a busy afternoon. It might be a later night. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but let's go get these t-shirts in and hopefully we can knock out these orders. Again, if you live in Texas, then this is so random, but those huge like tree bugs, I think absolutely disgusting. But there is a little like crevice under our garage door where they're all getting in. Well, they can get under walls like too, and they come up through drains and stuff like that. If you live in the South, then you've seen them. They're disgusting. But since it's been so hot, they've been coming in lately. I was gonna do something on my thing. So since it's been so hot, they've been coming in lately, and between that and he said with my neighbor, they leave their garage door open and they have some wood in there and they're really attracted to wood. So it's just a recipe between the summer heat as well as the wood next door, as well as the little crevice under our door. Anyway, the guy came out, he sprayed, and he was like, I wish I would have filmed yesterday the one that I saw because it was like a dinosaur. I literally stood so far back and just like sprayed it with chemicals until it died, and it was a very satisfying death for me to watch. But he was like, yeah, he goes, yeah, they're totally normal. They're common here. He was like, have you been here long and all this stuff? And I was like, we sprayed once like 2 years ago and we haven't really seen them since. But this summer they've been out bad. So he was like, yeah, he sprayed it. He set down traps. And then he goes, so usually like right after people spray is when like they'll start dying. He said, so if there's any in here, you might start seeing some of them. Like you might come in the morning and they might be like belly up. He goes, they should die if they're after a week and they're still like showing up, then call us back. And he was like, but just be prepared to see them. So now I'm like terrified to go in the back and see any of them. Because they're huge. They're like not harmful. They don't do anything. They're just huge. And he even asked me if the printers like have moisture. He goes, these look like they collect like moisture. And I was like, yeah, I said, you know, it's printing, so it does oils. It has like sometimes just humidity or whatever. So yeah, he goes, yeah, check under like your printers. And I was like, well, I vacuum under there like all the time. And he goes, yeah, that's probably why they're coming out now. He goes, if you just vacuumed, if you guys saw my last vlog, I literally just vacuumed. He said they might have been under there and now they're just coming out because their warm place and dark place is gone basically because I vacuumed. Anyway, I freaking hate Texas sometimes, man. These things are terrifying. Look them up. Just look up water bugs in the South and you will know what I'm talking about. But hopefully that will be the last of them. I've only seen like 3, but after I saw the first one, I was like, we're done. We're calling. I called him yesterday. I was like, can you come out right now? He was like, I can come out tomorrow. So disgusting. Anyway, I'm dreading going back there just in case there's one that's dead. He said I probably won't see them today, but I will see them tomorrow. That's when they'll start like dying when they come out. But let's head in. We got to get printing. I got to stop procrastinating this. All right, guys, we're back in the office. I'm going to switch to my camera soon. I just wanted to get some clips up and then I had to get the meeting invite scheduled for in the next like 45 minutes. So right now I'm going to work on getting at least 1 or 2 printers up so that we can Alex can watch them while I'm in this meeting. So let's get all of these files downloaded and then see, make sure that's good to go. But let's do that. All right, guys, I went to film on my camera and turns out, I gotta make sure this is recording. Turns out I did not plug in the little adapter that goes with my microphone. So I am going to film on my phone until I charge that. It should be rather quick. But I got done with the meeting. It was only about 15 minutes. It's with a new client. They just wanted to kind of touch base, see. They are wanting to set up basically a store, like a dropship store. So I took their call, we answered all the questions, just got that ball rolling, got that relationship started because building a client relationship is the most important thing in business, as we all know. But I'm going to spend some time right now. I really want to clean up the warehouse. It has been a disaster since I've been sick. I just really haven't been feeling up to it. Still getting a little bit of congestion up and still quite tired, but it's feeling much better today, which is good because we have a very busy week. So on top of all of the DTF prints that came in today, I don't think I told you guys because I didn't vlog yesterday, but we had a screen print order that came in that was about way more. It was 800 sheets and then 800 small logos. So we can fit those onto we can gang them up, but that's going to be a lot. I want to get started on that today if we can, but need to just double check that everything is going good with the printers. Alex watched them while I was back there. Also want to show you guys the things that I got from Aviva. So let's just get the day actually fully started. Okay, I have a bit of a dilemma because I'm like, I want to clean up the shop, but I also want to get started on that screen printing order. And I also want to take out the trash, which goes with cleaning up the shop. But I also want to film content for my fall, like the clothes that I just bought or the blanks. I don't know what to do. We'll see. I'll probably end up, I think, okay, we're going to do this right. I'm going to clean up the shop while Alex prints the transparency for the screen prints. And then I will clean up the shop while Alex prints the transparency for the screen prints. Then I will start with my clothes, like the blanks, and then we'll take out the trash at the end of the day. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, finally got my camera up and going for the day. I am cleaning the warehouse up. I got all of the trash, so I'm gonna take that out at the end. Printers are still going pretty strong. It just actually finished the 23 files. Printer number 2 did, so it's just printing some. We have to go that have to go to UPS, and it's 4:30 right now, so we have to make sure we are getting ahead of that. All right, time right now is 4:33. Look at this chunky. This is 22 by 60s. They are all finished for the day. So printer number 2 is finishing some files that have to go to UPS, and then printer number 1 is just printing also some files that have to go to UPS. So we have to make sure that we are wrapping up, and then we will finish the rest of the order that came in that I was telling you guys about. But in the meantime, I've been collecting all of the trash so I can take it out at the end of the day. Also, we have some screen print transfers. I told you guys it's going to be about, I think it was 1,600 transfers all together, but it's a mix between pocket logos and full front. So the full front, it's all one design. So I'll show you what we did. We ended up actually banging up the sheets. So this is the design and the pocket logo. So it's 400 of those. So there's 400 pocket logos in black and white. So 400 each. So that's 800. And then 400 full front logos, black and white. So 400 each. But the nice thing is it is only one screen because we will just do the white and then we will clean it and do the black. Right now, I am working on slowly getting started with it. I know it's going to take some time. I'm probably not going to be able to finish it all by myself or all today. But I want to get started on it so we're not stressing out. I'm watching picture number 2 to make sure that it's still all good. I think I'm going to have to do a cleaning on the white ink once this file is done, just to make sure it's cleared out. Should probably, maybe I'll do that now. I'll stop it right now and do that. But it is 4:35, so we have to make sure that we're kind of staying on top of it. I pulled out this table right here, this white table. So I'm letting it soak. It has a bunch of ink on it, but I'm going to use it to kind of hold the transfers and so I can powder and switch in between. But it's soaking right now in bleach because there's just a bunch of ink on it, so I want to scrub it. So let's actually stop right now and we'll clean the white because it has been a little bit since I cleaned it because it just ran the same file. So that's what's happening here. Kind of got hurrying, kind of got everything going around, or got like different things going on. But it's been a very productive day. Haven't had a crazy day like this in the last week, which is good because I've been sick. But let's get these transfers printed for UPS, and then also we have to scrub this table and get the screen prints going. All right, guys, time right now is 7:06. I was busy screen printing some of the order. I think I got about 150 done, maybe a little less than that. So ideally I would have liked to get more done, but it got pretty close there at the end with the printers for UPS, and then I just really needed to watch them and make sure that we could get all of the orders out and just keep everything on track. So that's okay. It didn't get as many as I would have liked to get done, but we can always do it tomorrow. Now that the screen is burned, it's really just about finding time to press. So we should be able to knock quite a few out tomorrow. Right now I'm just packaging some orders as they come out. There's a couple left on there. I think there's 2 that are still getting printed, and then I'm gonna have to cut them and have to build the boxes for them. So I'm just kind of cutting what we have done already and getting those out the door. So that yesterday I was putting tape on. I gotta go get the tape. I was carrying it around. Man, it is so hard to get these apart. They're all stuck together. But yesterday we left a little late for UPS. I think we left, or FedEx. I think we left around 7. We're supposed to leave around 7:25, and we left around 7:35. Thank God we still made it. The girl was like, yeah, I'll put them in there. So they still went. Didn't have any delays, but we just don't want to make it that a habit. So I'm making sure we stay on track. It's really hot in the warehouse, and I think it's because when all the heating elements are on, it just gets so hot. Probably sweating at the storm. I didn't get to clean up as much as I wanted, but I can always do it tomorrow. Been very good this week about keeping on track of cleaning the queue out. So we haven't had any days where I've had to freak out and been like, oh, I didn't finish that order, so now we have to rush in. So it's been great to just come in and already know what exactly needs to be done because it came in overnight or something like that. So I would like to continue doing that, especially with the big screen print orders. So there are 2 in there that are still pretty big, and we need to knock those out. Printer 1 just finished, so I'm gonna work it down. So it's gonna be a very busy end of the week with knocking out all of these screen prints, as well as just other orders that come in last minute and keeping on track. But I'm going to cut these printers because printer 2 just finished as well. But I need to wrap up the orders and cap them so that we can leave at a good time, because I do not want to be rushing to FedEx. I killed the printers today trying to get all these orders done, especially like I told you guys with the order when I came back from Aviva, how it was 22 by 60s. So I rushed, I stayed on top of them, and I am not letting that all be from that thing. So we're going to hurry up, package, get out of here.
'Cause I know when the box hits their hands, it's more than a product, it's part of the plan. Signed, sealed, delivered. Every package is a promise I keep. From the heart is what hustle looks like when it's fade. No glitter, no sage, just grit and a dream. But I'm shining like a star in my favorite tee. Signed, sealed, delivered, you'll see. I built this with love and a shipping receipt.
Hello guys, it is Friday night. I have a moisture packet attached to my foot. Friday night right now. The week is wrapping up, but it has been a little bit since I vlogged. I think I vlogged last on Tuesday, and then the week just got taken over by orders since then. So we came in on yesterday to printing, I want to say close to I think it was about 12 hours straight of DTF printing with 3 printers going. So that just tells you how long that day was. But then on top of it, we have 16, we have about 2,000 DTF or 2,000 screen print transfers that had to be done today, or not today, but throughout the week. Some of them can be ganged up, so that saves a lot of time, but we did need to order some more sheets. So they said they got delivered today. Alex is checking in on me because we can't find them by our door, But this is all of ones that I did yesterday. So each pile is 50. So we have 200, and then back there is about 410, I believe. But these are the ones that we can gang up, and then we can cut them out for our customer. So that just saves time on the sheets. And then the other orders, we still have to burn the screen, print the transparency, and do all of that. So might end up coming in this weekend, who knows, just to get ahead of things. In the regards to DTF transfers today, really don't have too many. I think there was like one that I had to print, but then everyone that placed an order, surprisingly, because we had a lot of orders placed overnight and we had a lot of big orders, but I think that they, surprisingly, a lot of them chose like up to 7 days, up to 3-day turnaround speed. So that saves some time. So really it's just knocking out a bunch of screen print transfers. And that is the goal for today. And then I'm probably going to combine this with the clips because I haven't had even time to edit a vlog. So I think I'll combine these clips with the ones that I filmed on Wednesday. And we'll just do one big screen printing vlog. But let's get to printing because it is pretty late right now. So I want to try to knock out at least the whole, finish this order, and then hopefully get to the other one, at least start it, but we'll see. Okay, so something I have been doing that seems to kind of help with like, because when you think like, oh, there's 1,600 transfers that have to be printed, that seems just like a daunting task. But one thing I have been doing is just combining or counting out the sheets and then doing them in like 50 increments of 50. It allows me to powder because since Alex hasn't really had time to help, it allows me to switch between powdering and pressing. So there's transfers yesterday. Guys, we were here yesterday from 9:30 until 12:30 at night, or 12:30 midnight. And I was just pressing and printing, and Alex was working on his stuff. So it was just a very productive but long day. So we got into the office a little later today because there weren't any immediate DTF transfer orders. But we do need to get to printing some screen prints. I forget how tiring screen printing can be. Screen printing, because like we haven't fixed our for the automating screen printing, so I'm doing it all by hand right now, and that gets a little tiring. But let's get to pressing. I might switch between my phone and my hair is also a mess. I might switch between my phone and my camera, just depending on how easy it is to get some pictures and some clips for you guys. But I do want to make sure that I am getting them. I do think I need to, maybe not. But I left the screen overnight, so sometimes when you leave a screen overnight, it can cause, whether that's like leaving the dried ink or whatever. I tried to leave it in like the top condition so that when I came in, I could just repress them today. But we might need to do some screen work. So let's get pressing these 50 sheets. One thing that I always do when we do like large screen printing orders like this is I pick a show or a movie or something to watch while I press, because it just makes time fly by. I think like last year I watched basically all of the Harry Potter movies when I was screen printing. So this time, let's see, cleared the screen pretty perfectly. So I left it in good condition. Oh, there's a little bit. Yeah, we'll just have to clean it. But so last night, my show of choice was The Office. And I didn't realize how many episodes I had made it through until I went to like change my computer, and I had made it through like 7 or 8 episodes just from pressing. But so that's what we're gonna do. We'll turn that on and then watch some Office while we press. Here is the design. Of course, the screen prints, it gets mirrored, get the show up. filming this on my phone because my camera's on the tripod and I don't want to take it off and get it all that. But I wanted to show you guys. So one thing that like sucks about the screen printing, and I'll show it to you, give me one second. So this is the design, and as you can tell by the screen, well, we had to do 420, I think it was ended up to be like 420 whites. And once that happens, you have to color change it. Well, when you go to color change it, you have to like use chemicals and all that. All this to say, the bad thing about screen printing is after like so many like chemicals put on it to clean ink, or even like ink running through it, the screen starts to like break down. And this has printed like 600 transfers already, this design. So I am like hoping that it can hang on for the last 200, but it's starting to get some wear and tear in it. So I'm just having to keep an eye out a little bit closer to problems, make sure that there's nothing terrible. And that's not very fun when you're doing 400 of them or 200 of them. All right, guys, the time right now is 9:20. We saw that the extra sheets got delivered, but I think that they might have gave them to our neighbor because we weren't here this morning when they got dropped off. So I think that they have them, or they took them, which we're thankful for, but they are gone for the weekend. So probably just gonna have to get them on Monday, so I can't finish the whole job. I got all of these done between yesterday and today, so I'll have to do like 60, a little bit over 60 when we get back into the office on Monday. But that feels like nothing now because I've done it so much. I did get the DTF printer up because we just have a couple files that I want to get printed so we can drop them off tomorrow. We like drop off packages at FedEx on Saturday. They still are like in the same time frame as what the tracking said on Monday, if that makes sense. I don't know. So it just gives us a little bit of a longer turnaround, or a longer time to print on Friday nights. So that's what it's doing. It's going to print right there, and then I'm going to start editing this vlog because I do have a couple days worth of footage to get. I want to get the shop just a little bit in order. As you can see, it's pretty messy. It's been a long couple days with all of the screen prints. But let's go start editing this vlog. But that probably is where I'm going to end this little vlog, guys. It's been a lot of screen printing. It's been still trying to get over some congestion and sickness. So hopefully next week will just be 100%. All that to say, I am wrapping up this vlog. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching and sticking by. Leave in the comments. Let me know if you guys have any cool fall designs that I should add or I should print on my shirts. But I will see you guys on Monday.
Watch me make it rain, turn my